Hello, happy Wednesday. We were having a little bit of trouble with my connection, so I'm not sure what is going on. So hopefully I am on here, but hopefully everyone has having a great week. And we'll get started here soon. I'll see if anyone's gonna hop on and see if I can go live. Yay! All right, looks like I am live. Awesome. So happy Wednesday, everyone. My name is Kayla. I am a registered dietitian and online nutrition and running coach. So I have been going live every Wednesday on my page just to talk about plant-based eating, running, anything like that around, especially any topics around being plant-based as an athlete or runner. So today's topic, I have a mix of different topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about first the difference between being plant-based and vegan. Hey! I'm doing well. Thank you for joining. So if you're joining, let me know you're here. Let me know you're on. I love to make sure that I see that you guys are on and watching. But as I was saying, today's topic is what I want to talk about first is plant-based versus vegan, differences, similarities, why I believe they are different, even though these words are used interchangeably. And I also want to talk about some challenges for runners that I have noticed from clients that I've been working with, from just other people involved in the running groups that I'm involved in, and the things that I see other runners have challenges with, along with a challenge that I have had too. I'm going to be talking a little bit about that and how I'm doing with that challenge, and also more about fueling and nutrition and things like that. So that is what we're talking about today. Thanks, I appreciate it. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. So if you are plant-based, if you're vegan, if you are a runner, if you are all of those things, then you will want to stay for this video. This will be for you. This is going to be hopefully give some value to you tonight. So here we go. So plant-based versus vegan. So when I say plant-based, what do you think of? So somebody, I know a few of you are on. So what do you think of when you think of plant-based? Can anyone give me anything? No? There's a few of you on. What does it mean to be plant-based? Okay. Well, the research that I've done, and from what I believe, is plant-based is really about eating more plants. Rabbits, thanks, Dean. So what do rabbits eat? Plants, right? So really plant-based is focusing on eating more plants, whole foods. So there's also another term, whole food plant-based, which really actually is plants, but also eliminates oils and fats. Not fats, but oils. So plant-based is really focuses on eating plants, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be 100% plant-based, right? 100% plant-based would mean no animal products at all, right? So plant-based, you can be 90% plant-based, meaning you can eat some animal products, right? And plant-based is more of a term that I would say is more health focused, right? So it's more about eating more vegetables and fruits and eating those kinds of foods, right? Whole foods for your health, right? So vegan is a little bit different, and that's a little bit different because even though, yes, that is mostly a diet focused on plants and eating and avoiding animal products, the research that I've done and what I believe is vegan's really more of a of a ethical decision, and it's more of a philosophy. So it's more of a philosophy. Hey, hey, Austin, thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're on. So, as I was saying, so really vegan is more ethical, right? So it's more of an ethical choice. Usually people that go vegan don't just eliminate animal products, but also eliminate other materials and anything that you use in your skin products, all those things, right? They don't want to use any animal products, right? Because it's more of an ethical decision, more than health conscious, right? It's more about not eating a lot of, or not eating or using animal products for animal advocacy, right? For animal rights. So really, I think these terms are getting very used interchangeably. And when I've, told somebody that I'm vegan, I feel that they think that I really mean plant-based, and they don't really understand what that is, and really understand the differences. So that's why I really wanted to talk about the difference and what I believe is the difference, to kind of put that into perspective. Because a lot of people, as I said, see, when I say I'm vegan, they're like, wow, you're healthy. That's awesome. Like, how do you do it? That's really hard. And I think it's a little intimidating too. And I feel like plant-based too, for somebody that is, somebody that's ate meat their whole life, but they want to start eliminating dairy, or they feel a little bit better, or maybe they want to start eliminating meats, right? For certain reasons, for their health. So really, though, that doesn't mean that you have to completely eliminate those all at once, right? And go completely cold turkey and eliminate all those things, right? Maybe just start eating more whole foods, right? Start cooking, start prepping, meal planning, prepping food and stuff like that. And start, just not eliminating, but limiting certain foods, right? So that can certainly help. So that's just something that I really wanted to go over, because I've seen this question asked a lot and these words used interchangeably. For me, I think I go back and forth. I want to say I'm probably this point 90% plant-based. I haven't been really, really strict, so I feel like I can't really say vegan. But at the same time, I still say that I do, because I don't always eat plant-based either. So I almost feel like sometimes I am, some days I'm mostly plant-based and other days I'm vegan. Because another thing that I didn't really explain is not all vegan foods are healthy, right? You can have French fries, you can have chips, you can have vegan processed meats and foods, right? You can have vegan ice cream. These foods aren't necessarily healthy. So that's my other point, right? If you're mostly plant-based, then you're going to limit those foods in your diet. I don't really do that. So again, it's hard for me to say that I really am plant-based. And again, that's why I want to say that I'm 90% plant-based, because again, I feel like I'm really lying, because I'm more vegan than plant-based, but yet I doubt all my products and everything I use in my house and my skincare is vegan. And it's really a slow transition for me. I've tried to transition, and I certainly, if I have a choice, I certainly try to pick something that's vegan, right? But it can be really hard to do. So that's really what I believe is really plant-based versus vegan, right? So somebody that's plant-based could be vegan. No, sorry, that's the other way around. So if you're vegan, you could be plant-based, but if you're plant-based, you may not necessarily be vegan. I think I said that right. I hope. So anyways, if you have any questions on that, please let me know. I'd love to help you wherever you are. I mean, really, that's just defining the definitions. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. You don't always have to have a label. Another thing I don't really like about, vegan is I feel that it's a very restrictive diet. And it sounds very restrictive, and it's in one of those bad diet categories, right? It's in along with keto, paleo, all those bad diets, right? So in a way, I don't like using the word vegan either because of that. And and not that I do believe in a lot of the ethical things around being vegan. I certainly do believe in those, but I'm certainly not a very really, really, really passionate ethical vegan, right? So, as I said, I feel like sometimes I go back and forth between these, and it doesn't really, you don't have to have a label. Eat the way you feel is best for you, the way you feel the best. If you are a runner and just started running and just want to eat healthier, and believe that you really believe the research and thinking that yes, if I go plant-based and mostly plant-based, I'm going to recover better, I'm going to perform better, right? And if you really want to do that, then do that, right? Do what you believe is right. Do you think that you will be living in your values? What I enjoy doing the most too is just educating, right? Educating and making sure that you have the right information to make your own decisions, right? And of course, research is huge. And it's so easy now to research anything. If you want to know anything, you can research. Unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation about nutrition out there, but you can certainly go to Google and look up information and research it. That is what I do a lot, and I try my best to just weed out things that may not be correct or from a correct or reliable source, right? So just be careful of your resources and things like that. Certainly there's tons of information out there that you can look up, and just make the best decision for yourself for what is best for you and how and with your values, right? To live within your values. I think that's really important too. It's just to live in alignment with who you are and your values, because as a person, you're gonna feel frustrated, right? If you're not living in alignment with your values. So, I certainly encourage you to do research if you're interested in this topic, right? If you're interested in plant-based or vegan, like do some research on yourself, by yourself. Of course, I'm here for any questions. I have been plant-based for vegan for last 4 or so years, so certainly reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions about this topic. So I'm going to switch topics a little bit here and talk a little bit also today about challenges. So specifically challenges for runners, because this is huge, right? We all face challenges in our daily lives, and as runners, we face challenges, right? Things can be going so well, training can be going well, but there's all these challenges that come at us, right? There's challenges of motivation. You have challenges of your mindset, right? Challenges of, am I eating enough? Am I eating enough calories? Am I feeling right? Am I feeling right during my runs? Right? There's all these challenges. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. Injuries also. So, those are, I just mentioned some challenges, right? So, eating for you, if you don't know or you're not sure about eating too much or eating enough, the best advice I can give is to figure out how many calories do you need and figure out what that looks like, right? So there's certainly calorie trackers they can use. MyFitnessPal is a good one, but you don't have to count calories. You really don't have to. Choose My Plate is a great website, also another resource that you can use. And teach yourself and learn portions and figure out, like, okay, figure out how many cups you need, things like that in a day. Like, we'll say vegetables, right? So how many cups of vegetables you need, you can figure that out, and then learn your portions, right? And this can be difficult, right? It certainly can be difficult if you're not sure how to figure out how many calories you need or what that looks like. And that's where I come into play, right? As a coach, that is where I come in as a nutrition coach to help you figure that out, figure out how many calories you need, and help you figure out what does that look like, what foods can we fit in to that plan, what does that look like, right? What is the other thing I was talking about? Fueling. So fueling during a run. This is really important, right? Fueling during a run is definitely a challenge because when you run your longer runs, it takes, right, you're using calories, right? You're burning calories. So you're gonna want to make sure that you eat enough, right? Oh, sorry, I just see Michael asked a question. Do you carbohydrate load? Great question, Michael. Yes and no. Carbohydrate loading, what you're talking about, right, is right before a race or a run or a longer run. Certainly your body needs more carbohydrates, right? But it's a little bit of a myth. You may not need as much as you think you need. And then also during that longer run, it's going to still be important that you fuel, that you make sure that you know what works for you, and you're going to want to figure that out probably before race day, right? Because you don't want to take a goo or a gel or something, a chew or something like that, a bar, whatever it is, and have GI issues, right? You don't want that. And you certainly don't want it to affect your running. So it's good on training days to test these things and figure it out. But, before a race, yes, you're still going to want to, increase some carbs, but also, a little bit of protein, but also do what works for you. I know for my mom, she always had the best thing that she noticed that she says works for her is protein more than carbohydrates. She just blows through the carbohydrates no matter what during her run, so she has to refuel, right? So it really is about what works for you, I would say, for fueling during runs. But certainly I believe that it is challenging, and I think it's just, the best advice I can give there is just finding what works. I take goos, and they are very sweet. They work. I know ultra marathoners have found plant-based foods that work for them. They take things with them and stick them, in their running belt and just take them with them. And they found foods work better than these goos. So really it's just about finding what you think works for you. But during run, you're going to want something that's carbohydrates and fat, right? Maybe a little bit of protein, but certainly protein is going to be more important after your run. It's going to be especially important. See what other challenges that I want to talk about. So another challenge I wanted to talk about that I don't think I talked too much about yet is motivation and mindset and your mental capacity, right? Your brain. Your mental health, right? Is so hard in running, hard as in getting your mindset in training right. For me, I struggle with getting my mindset to say, I can do this, I got this, right? To, I don't feel like running today, I hate this, and it affects my running. So my mindset, I know, is huge, so important for me, even on training days, to get my mindset right and to really give myself a pep talk. Every time I go on a workout run, I always try to pat myself up and make sure that my mind is in it, because I know if my mind's not in it, then it's going to be a poor run. And there's things that, affect your running and that are nothing that you can do about it, right? The weather sometimes when it's really hot can be really hard. Especially, right? It can be especially really hard to do that, right? But it does help if you have the right mindset. And motivation, you know, certainly, like, you know, you just have to find that self-motivation and have to find that why, or, you know, think about your goal and do you really want this? Just know every step you take, just focus on every day, you know, don't focus so much on the big picture, focuses on the now and the present, but think about, you know, why you're doing this, right? Get up and say, okay, I'm doing this because I have a goal. I'm going to do this, or I'm doing this for my kids, right? Whatever it is, you have to find that why. And I think that can really help with motivation, and also finding other people to motivate you. Maybe finding a group of runners to run with, or working with a coach or somebody to really help you. But even your coach can't give you motivation, right? You have to find that motivation within yourself and figure out that why. Why do you really want this? Why do you really want to run a full marathon? Right? You have to really find that why. But certainly I think that's huge, can be a huge challenge, right? Because if our mindset's not right, if we don't feel motivated, right, can really, really hurt our training, things like that. Micah had another question. Your arms are quite toned. What do you do to get them in shape? Well, thank you. I don't feel like my arms are as toned as they used to be. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of muscle, actually. I used to have a lot more muscle by focusing more on strength training, but I honestly just go to the gym. I don't lift a lot of weights. I don't like a lot of heavy weight, but I do go to the gym and just do, often do by shoulders. I do shoulders a lot. I just really like nice shoulders, I guess, and biceps and triceps. So I do bi, shoulders, triceps a lot. Some chest, not a lot, chest and back. I don't really do that too much, but mostly just arm curls, tricep kickbacks. Let's see, you know, this tricep move here, that's a good one, using a weight and just going up and down. Let's see, tricep dips, those are great ones. I love tricep dips. Shoulders, I love Arnold curls. Actually did this at the gym the other day. So take weights and you just go up and down, right? I usually sit on the bench. So I do usually do this where I am now, it's sitting. And I usually just use 12, 15s. I don't use a lot of weight for myself. I don't like a lot of weight, but I do feel that it keeps my arms still feeling toned, my shoulders, you know, toned and better too. I used to get actually a lot of pain in my shoulders, and I think from doing strength training and doing some upper body that I do, it does help. And I really only do upper body once a week. Push-ups once. I try to do push-ups probably more than once a week. Like after every run, I try to crank out a couple push-ups. But really, I do strength training twice. I have been doing strength training twice a week, I would say, since I started training for my marathon. And I usually do arms one day and then focus on legs. So legs are usually focused on glutes and hamstrings. So that's usually what I focus on for legs, I think. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's a great question. What other challenges? If you guys have any other challenges, let me know. Just trying to think of other things that I wanted to talk about. Another challenge. Injuries. Injuries are definitely a challenge, right? Yes, Michael, yeah. Yeah, I just do, yeah, more reps, but lower weight. Yeah. Yeah. Yay, I'm glad you can tell. I just went to the gym Tuesday. So let's see. I was gonna talk about, injuries. Injuries suck. Injuries are awful, right? And yes, how's the foot? Thank you. That's just what I was gonna talk about. So injuries are not fun. My foot, let's see, it's still bothering me, to tell the truth. If you haven't been following me for the last couple of weeks, I haven't really been training. I believe I have tendonitis. Haven't really gotten a clear diagnosis, which could be delaying getting better, or I could just not be staying off of it enough. I don't know, because I have been trying to sneak in a few runs. My my running coach has been working with me. He's been there for me, which has been great and been really awesome. And just allowing me to run a little bit, because he knows how hard it is for runners to not run, especially when you're in training season, is quite awful. But I also know staying off of it and getting it rest and making sure I'm not pushing when it's like this is important, because I don't want to be out for months. I don't want a stress fracture, right? So, it's certainly getting better. I believe it really is. I just think it needs more rest. And, I've realized that this is probably one of the biggest challenges that I've ever really faced in my running career. I've been running for 10 years and never really had a injury. I've had, sprained ankles in high school when I was running cross country. Usually healed up in a couple weeks and I was fine back in running, right? But I know for me, it's easy to get, out of that running shape. I don't know why. I usually can pop right back in though and get back there consistently quite quickly. So, I know that I will, right? I know that I will get back there. I know that I just have to be patient. And this is probably one of the biggest challenges that I've ever had, especially having such a big goal. For me, also, I really wanted to push myself. I was really at the point, right, where I wanted to push myself and see what I'm really capable of. And it sucks to feel like, okay, I was pushing myself and now I feel like maybe it was too much, right? And my body can't really take it. I don't know. But I certainly know that I am going to come back and I'm going to be a stronger runner. I'm going to be more motivated to run, because not running in the best weather that we've ever had all year long is horrible. But I know the more rest I give my foot, the sooner it'll get better. And I truly believe that my mindset, is important too. Again, I have to be patient and I have to have a good mindset around it, because I still feel frustrated, but I know I have to stop being frustrated and ignoring it and just doing what I can do to heal this foot as quick as I can. But my coach and I decided to not run a race this weekend, which is the Boilermaker, which is a huge race where I live. Such a popular race. People come from all over the place to go to this race. It is so exciting. But I am determined that I will be there, and I'm going to run it better than I even was this year. So it will all be okay, and I can go and I can cheer other people on. And as I said, my best advice for your injury is to just focus on healing and get back out there, because you're going to come back stronger and better runner than you were before. So that is my advice for that. So I hope these tips and things were helpful, and I hope that also explaining what plant-based and vegan, that was also helpful, because I've got lots of questions on that. And thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it a lot. I do just want to say that I do have a couple of announcements and freebies for you. So if you guys have not downloaded my ebook, it has 11 plant-based recipes in there. You can download it for free. So make sure that you go to my website, sign up for that. All I need is your name and email. I'll send it to you. You'll also receive a couple emails following up, talking about the nutrients that you need as a runner that are especially important, and how to get those nutrients. So that can be really helpful for you too. I also have a free meal planning guide. So also, if you are somebody that struggles with meal planning and you're plant-based and eating more plants and need help with meal planning, make sure you get that meal planning guide. And you can, again, just sign up for that. All I need is your email. And let's see, is there anything else that I want to tell you guys? I think that's it. Well, no, the most important thing is I am still taking on one-on-one clients. So if you are a plant-based runner, vegan runner that wants to work with me, let me know. Or if you have any questions, let me know. But I certainly, if you're even interested in knowing what I can offer or how I can help you, let me know. Book a call with me, get on my schedule, right? And we can just have a call and see if it would be a good fit to work together. To see if I would be the best coach for you to help you with what you need help with. And yeah, I will leave it as that. So I think I probably took up enough of your guys' time tonight. Again, I hope this was valuable. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys got something out of this. And I thank you all for being here and joining with me and on this awesome journey. And what I want to leave you guys with before I leave is invest in yourself, invest in your goals, and don't give up. Because that is it's what's going to keep pushing you to be your best, to grow, to reach your goals, right? Which is going to help your happiness. It's going to help you to be happier. I am so excited to join another team of awesome, badass healthcare professionals in my journey to become an entrepreneur. So I am so excited to join this group, and I will be, I'm sure, sharing a lot of information and things that I've learned to help you guys to wherever you are in your journeys. But wherever you are in your running journey, in your plant-based journey, just know, learning, taking time to learn, investing in your learning, investing in wanting to be where you want to be is the best investment you can make, right? And you don't have to do it alone, right? You don't have to do it all alone. Yes, you can do the research. Yes, you could calculate all these numbers to find your calories, right? Or use an app, right? There's so many different ways, but it's so much more than that, right? I talked about all these challenges that you face as a runner, and having someone as a coach get you through it is probably, for me, one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I could not imagine going through what I've been going through without somebody there for me, because it is the hardest thing to go through when all you want to do is train and you have this set goal and you want to do this, right? And you can't, right? So wherever you are, know that I'm here for you guys. I am here to help you to reach your goal. So again, if you think that we would be a good fit to work together, please let me know. Reach out to me. Don't hesitate to reach out with me or book a call with me. So I will leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for joining again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.